a lot of takeaways because it's pretty cool to see that we go to a lot of conferences. Most of the conferences are really good at hosting a conference, which means they know how to bring people together, how to make sure the food is there and everything. But because Huddle One was organizing it and they are a Web3 company, they understand what it takes to bring Web3 adoption, how to put that in the hands of people. They were really good at crafting this entire experience and packaging this experience of how do we build a truly Web3 native conference, which means that, hey, number one, you get an NFA ticket. Number two, you get event notifications on your wallet to wallet messaging. So it's really cool to see in general that when you have a player who understands the problem of Web3 adoption, they can really craft an experience where you are not just talking about Web3, but you're actually putting Web3 products in the hands of people. So that's what I'm really excited about. And again, XMTP is organizing this event as well. We are sponsoring part of it. So it's pretty good to see adoption over there as well. Like this morning, I was walking the registration line and I see a bunch of people holding Converse in their hands, which is an XMTP client. So really happy to see that. In the past 1 year, we have seen interesting growth. It's really interesting for me to see that how we went from trying to figure out, okay, who are the people we should talk to? What are the problems we should solve? Because we are just solving the problem of connecting people. We just want to connect people. Now it's really important to understand that, okay, where do you start from? Which means you need to find like use cases where people really care about, where people will prioritize and will actually go for implementation in the app or so. So it was really good to see Lens coming up first, where we integrated with Lens. All the Lens apps had it, XMTP DMs. Then we had a bunch of smaller apps coming who were making XMTP real. That, hey, you can actually now message wallet addresses. And then we had Coinbase wallet integrate XMTP. And that's when we saw this step function change where a massive wallet, a massive company that everybody knows about is integrating XMTP. And now XMTP is getting some street cred, if that's the right word. So it was really interesting to see in the past 1 year, we saw a very interesting growth from figuring out the market to having the biggest player in the market, Coinbase wallet, integrate XMTP. So good to see that. And 2023 year has been good. Initially, there were conferences where we would go and introduce XMTP and talk about this ideological concept that, hey, what if wherever you go, you take your conversations with you? Now it's real. So that's the difference. Like right now, everybody has Converse. People are playing treasure hunt with Converse. So we brought that idea to reality now for 2024. On a high level, the goal is decentralization. Now that we have a bunch of apps that have integrated XMTP, and you can see the magic that no matter what app you go to, Converse, Coinbase Wallet, any of the Lensverse, Unstoppable Domains, you take your conversations with you. We have shown the idea of what it feels like when you really own your conversations. Your conversations are not logged into Twitter or not logged into Instagram, but you can have cross-app communication. So now that has happened, now the protocol has to decentralize. So that's the goal now. We need to make that a reality, decentralize XMTP as a protocol and bring more and more bigger clients, bring more and more use cases to people. What we are doing right now over here, have more and more conferences where they don't just talk about Web3, they actually use Web3 products. Right. I think right now, my goal has just been the fact that can I put things in your hands? Can I put XMTP in your hands and have you feel the magic? There have been so many times. I remember I was in Waterloo and ETH Waterloo is in Canada. And I met this one person and I was talking to him about Converse, about XMTP. He downloaded Converse. As soon as he connected his wallet, he can see a bunch of conversations popping up over there. He's like, how is this possible? And this is magic. I'm downloading this app for the first time and I already have my conversations over here. And these conversations from a few months ago when he messaged someone on Lens. And that's the magic that he saw in his eyes. I want to bring that magic more to people. So my goal has just been the fact, or this FILBangalore event, this was my goal. Now that this will be done tomorrow, for me, IBW, India Blockchain Week, is successful. And after this, I'm just doing a bunch of panels. Like tomorrow I'm on a panel, then I'm on a panel. I'm excited about panels because that's where you can actually talk about it loudly. But what I'm more excited about is just putting things in the hands of people. We are doing this treasure hunt. I'm just talking with people. that like 300 plus people are right now playing treasure hunt. There's one guy who's literally finding everyone that, oh shit, there's a new task out there from FILBangalore treasurehunt.eth. What's the answer? Let me figure out the answer. I want bonus points and stuff. So this is what I'm excited about. And maybe, for the rest of the time while I'm here, I'm just going to talk about the same thing. I'm just going to talk about that experience, the magic that people felt. Yeah, number one, I believe that just the fact that we're talking about in US, you can now, the biggest companies can just hire anybody remotely, no matter where they are. If they are good at the work, hey, you're welcome to the company, you're welcome to the mission. So that is now really helping India, because in India, we have so many developers. We have so many people who are motivated, and if incentivized in the right way, if shown the right opportunity, they will jump on those things. I was really inspired by Super Team DAO, where I was specifically talking to my friend over here that there's this one guy who's really good at writing. He's really good at researching and writing. He's right now sitting on the borders of India and Bhutan, and he's just researching about Web3 and writing about Web3, like super longest articles on Medium, and he's making good money. He's contributing to the ecosystem. He is living cheaply, and he's making money, and he's supporting his family. He's independent. I think that is more of what I'm really excited about, that in India, more opportunities are coming to you, no matter what university you went to, especially for tier 2, tier 3 universities, or students who went to tier 2 or tier 3 universities, or in general, anybody who lives in tier 2 or tier 3 cities. Now they have access to all these opportunities. All they have to do is maybe join a Discord group, maybe hang out more on Twitter, maybe check out Balaji and his thoughts about network state and all the other network communities that are out there. And that's it. Now they have opportunities. They just need to learn some English. They need to make sure they are leveraging ChatGPT. Maybe they need to make sure they have the right device that is powerful enough. But yeah, they don't need much other than that. Something really cool that I read recently is Andre Karpathy, who is one of the chief AI scientists at OpenAI right now. And previously he has done amazing work in AI in general. He recently tweeted this, that, hey, the hottest new programming language is English. This is it.
Yeah.
Right now, a partner that I'm going to talk tomorrow on the panel with, they are basically leveraging. What they basically do is they help you find or make sense of all this on-chain activity, all the on-chain data out there. There's so much on-chain data. I'm collecting POAPs, I'm transacting with people, I'm messaging people on wallets, I'm collecting NFTs, a bunch of on-chain activities already out there. Now it's all about, can you actually make sense of it? And that's what Web3 marketers and brand managers would be really interested about. That, hey, can you make sense of it? Can we actually grab some insights, capture some really good insights from this and use that to bring value for the business? What these guys are doing is, they know that, hey, you can literally just write a SQL query and get all the data. But how many people know how to write SQL? What they are doing is that, hey, write in simple English. We'll convert that into SQL. That will pull all the data and then keep refining. All you need to know is just English and the fact that, do you have the conviction that, hey, if I find the people who all were at ETHCC and who all collected the base NFT, the Coinbase's new L1 or L2, sorry. So if you were at ETHCC and if you collected the base NFT, can I make something out of it? That, hey, now reach out to all these people, 500 people with some new opportunity. That is it. You just have to write all of that in English. So the hottest new programming language is English.
That's true.
I find that pretty cool.